maybe the reason why, hey Queensbirds, Queen, I have been doing what you told me to do, but maybe why that therapist, hey Moonshine, maybe why she was trying to like guilt me out of my money is because she had just went and paid Trina some money. Now, why is Shay being blamed? I don't know. Shay gets blamed for everything, and I really don't care for it. Because Shay's such a good person. Yeah? Hey Terry, did I say hey? So anyway, I don't owe anyone anything. I don't owe anyone my gifts. Doing what I told, oh, you don't remember, Queen? I don't owe them my gifts. I don't owe them my taps. I don't owe them any cash apps, nothing. So what they did, and it wasn't so much Trina as it was that therapist, because that therapist is the one who was like, oh, give her money, give her money. Now, Trina usually would not do anything like that. Trina would, host her own lives, and she would say, if you want to give something, then you can. That's what Trina would do. But when she saw that, and in my opinion, and I could be completely reading this wrong, but in my opinion, when she saw that that therapist was so bold to ask me, to demand me to give Trina money to prove I'm a good person. I've heard it said about me, you guys. I've heard people say this about me. Just because you were raised in wealth, that obviously doesn't mean you're a good person. Who asked you first? That therapist. That's why, if it were Trina, I wouldn't care. But it was that therapist, because it's like, who do you think you are? And then once I said no, then they kept on asking. Then she got into $2 live. Then she got into then Trina asked afterwards, yeah. Because I feel like Trina was in allegedly. I know at that time she was in the emergency room. Trina was in the emergency room. And then she was like, oh, well, I have to go back and get some money. And I was like, if you're in the hospital, thank you, Alicia. If you're in the hospital, why are you getting back on live? Thank you, don't spend your money here. If you're in the hospital, why are you getting back on live? And she was like, well, I need to crowdfund because I need to pay for this place or whatever. And I was like, okay. And then that therapist is like, yeah, you better get back on live. Yeah, Chasing Pillows too, because Chasing Pillows, hey DJ Lemma, Chasing Pillows was so upset about it, right? And then people tried to characterize this as like Chasing Pillows is just trying to get attention and yada, yada, yada. But it was like, no, Chasing Pillows and I talk, like we talk. Hang on. We talk, right? Along with me and other people. Like we talk offline, you dig? But I just feel like it's just, it's bad manners, it's uncouth. And for anyone to ever try and make anyone feel bad, hey, Bone Collector, for anyone to make anyone feel bad for saying, oh, she's in the hospital, she lives in your city, you should be giving her money. If you are the paragon of what a good friend is, then you should be giving money. You gave that girl $500. She's got a job, apparently. You're telling her to go on live. Hang on. Your obsession. Never come back here, you silly, silly woman. I hate you. Goodbye. I hope I got her. I don't owe anyone anything. I'm just getting on in whose side, if any, Bella or Pedro. I'm Team Bella, 110%. because as a young woman, she wants to do something fun. Let her do it. Yeah, I have kids. Y'all, where my town is, now the reason why I got the heck out of Dodge where I live, right? Because it's underwater. And can you imagine someone trying to guilt me out of my good hard-earned money that I earned on my back? Can you imagine that someone wants to sit around and go, oh, give it here, give it here. Can you imagine? When I say get it on my back, y'all know what I mean. Anyway, but can you imagine? Like, who the HE double hockey sticks do you think you are? 2 kids. But 2 kids. And I have to have like a lawyer for half of the things that I get myself into. No, my house didn't flood, but if I had not left, I would have been stranded there until Monday. They were rescuing people out with airboats. Now, can you imagine that therapist? She wants to sit there and try and guilt me out of my money, right? Does she even know what we're going through? What my kids are going through? If my dogs are well? Like, why would, or, anyway, my mom's just probably yelling. I'm staying with my mother. Yeah, no, I'm fine. But that therapist is a weirdo. She is a weirdo. Yeah, well, it's North Houston. North Houston, it's underwater. And the freeways are flooded. It's really bad. So I'm staying with my mother. And these people want to ask me for my good hard-earned money. Hey, sweetest seduction. Like, how much sense does that make? And then you're going to sit there and go on a tour?
Hello? Hey.
You're going to go on a tour about woe is me? Leola's lying on me?
All that meat they cooked in the oven, but then I talked to Wilton. Georgia took all that prime ribs.
My dad Barbie's barbecuing. Yeah. We have a thing in our yard. Thank you for joining the team. We have a thing in the yard. I wonder, how much is she paying for Trina? And why is it that why is she doing this to Trina? No, my house isn't flooded, but there's a video on my page. I could not get out. If I had stayed, I would not be able to get out of my driveway. So my driveway and the river, the water is going so fast. So my driveway all the way like up to a certain point, it's just like all underwater. So like my aunt where she is, she's stuck. She can't leave her house until they're saying like Monday. My aunt, my sister, that's my sister's side right now, because water, it's just, you're trapped. Anyway, be that as it may, yes, that therapist gets Trina into situations and she believes that she can buy her out of situations. And I'm going to tell y'all this, because a lot of people do this on this app. You can't guilt people out of their money, for one. You can't sit there and decide that you're going to make me feel bad because someone decided to move out of their city, out of their state or whatever, to a completely different place where they don't know anyone. They're sick in the hospital, and then you're telling them, thank you, and then you're telling them that they need to get back online and crowdfund for a motel. Like, Houston is not that, Houston's a bit cheap comparatively to like places like California, New York, all the kinds. Houston's a bit cheap, but this is a city, you need a car. You need a car. Our transportation system. You don't have a car in Houston, man, you're out there. She had people there to help her. But she should not have tried to guilt me in that. And the thing about it is, let me tell you, I don't really make a habit to tell what I do for people, because that is bad manners. You dig? Bad manners. But Trina knows that she was wrong. She knows what she was wrong. She knows she shouldn't have done that. She shouldn't have done that in front of people. Trina knows that she can always get on a DM if she really needed something, to be like, Leola, and give me such a sad story. Hey, Key, she could give me such a sad story. And I would have been like, oh, this was such a good story. Okay, here, right? But I said no. And then they tried to over and over and over and over, then try and come at me, bruh. No means no. And you're not gonna embarrass me. Then that's embarrassing. Now you're putting me in the situation where I have to tell people what I've done for her. Shay, that's a lie. It was not twice. Now then you have to embarrass me and put me in a position where I might have to say something about what I've done or what I haven't done. How I've supported, how I not have supported. And that's bad manners. Do y'all know the former president of the United States, right? One thing that he really never told anyone is how he helped so many people. Did y'all know that he helped, I think it was, who's that lady? She was in Dreamgirls. Because her family was just, so he helped her and she stayed into one of his Trump towers or something like that, the story is. But no, that wasn't a big thing, right? Because everyone hates him, you dig? Anyway, long story incredibly long, I don't like the narrative that's being pushed out that I'm lying, or the story is like, oh, hey, pillows, or like Chasing Pillows is just trying to like get something to talk about, and we're just like, we're making up this whole story, and this is a reason why I said that. No, I will say this flatly. That therapist gets Trina into situations. She is a bad person and a bad friend. Oh my goodness. Open my child, press pause.